If you're thinking about buying in the Fraser Valley right now, there is a really good chance you are stuck between two giants, Surrey and Langley. On one side, you've got Surrey. It looks cheaper on paper. It has the SkyTrain right now. It is massive growing city. On the other side, you've got Langley. It's more expensive, but it feels quieter, more family oriented, and honestly, a little more livable. So the question is, in 2026, which one actually gives you better value for your money? Not just the cheapest house, but the best life. I'm gonna walk you through that in a very honest way today. We're gonna look at the real math on prices, the truth about commute, the crime and safety vibes, as well as future growth. My name is Amman Rawji. I've helped dozens of families make this exact choice, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what city fits you. So let's get the money out of the way first, because that is usually why people look at Surrey to begin with. Right now in early 2026, Langley is still more expensive than Surrey in almost every category. If we look at detached homes, the benchmark price in Langley is sitting around $1.5 million. In Surrey, you're looking close to $1.39 million. So right off the bat, you're looking at a roughly $100,000 difference to get into a detached house. Now that's significant, and that's a nice renovation budget. For townhomes, the gap shrinks, but it is still there. Langley townhomes are averaging around $814,000, and Surrey townhomes are closer to $767,000. So yes, on paper, Surrey definitely wins the budget round. If you're stretching every dollar to qualify, Surrey is going to be easier for you. But, and this is the part that numbers don't show you, look at what you actually get for that money. In Langley, especially in Willoughby or Yorkson, that $800K is getting you a newer build. You're likely getting a modern layout, 9-foot ceilings, master planned communities where the schools and the parks were built with the homes. In Surrey, at that lower price point, you're often looking at older stock. You might be looking at a 15-year-old complex that needs a new roof, or a unit in a much denser, busier area. So you have to ask yourself, do you want the cheapest square footage, Surrey, or do you want the newer, more turnkey lifestyle, Langley? Transit versus driving. This is the deal breaker for 50% of my clients. If you work in downtown Vancouver and you rely on transit 100%, Surrey wins hands down. Surrey has the Expo line, it has multiple stations. If you live near King George or Surrey Central, you can be downtown in 40 minutes without touching a car. Langley, we are getting there. The SkyTrain extension is coming and construction is everywhere. But as of right now, you are taking a bus to the train. Your commute to downtown on transit is easily 90 minutes door to door. However, if you drive, the story definitely changes here. Driving from Surrey involves bridges, the Patalo, the Portman, Stellawasam, whatever you want to call it now, the Alex Fraser, depending on where you live in Surrey. Like Newton or South Surrey, getting to the bridge can take as long as crossing it. In Langley, especially North Langley, your main artery is Highway 1. Yes, the 200th Street interchange is busy, but once you're on the highway, it is a straight shot. So don't just assume Surrey is closer, so it's faster. Test drive your actual commute at 8 a.m. You might be very surprised. The vibe and safety. Now let's move away from numbers and talk about how it feels to actually live in these areas. Surrey is a city. It is big, it is diverse, and it is very busy. If you want nightlife, if you need huge malls like Guildford, if you want endless restaurant options, open late, Surrey has that urban energy. But with that energy comes density. It is louder, there's more traffic, and frankly, There are pockets of Surrey where you do have to be more careful about crime and security. Langley is definitely different. Langley feels like a collection of small towns. It is suburban, it is slower. When I drive clients through Walnut Grove or Murrayville, the first thing they notice is that the trees and the quiet. It feels safer. I'm not saying crime doesn't happen in Langley, because it does. But generally speaking, my clients with young families tell me they feel way more comfortable walking the dog at night in Langley than they did when they lived in North Surrey. You are paying for a peace of mind premium to live in Langley. Now, where are these cities going to be in the next 5 years? Surrey is aiming to be the second downtown of BC, where they are building massive towers. They are densifying rapidly. If you're an investor, that is really exciting. Langley is growing too, but the planning is different. It is more focused on family density, townhomes, row homes, and low-rise condos. Here's an interesting stat from the last 12 months. Langley prices have actually held slightly firmer than Surrey prices. Why is this? Because when people decide to move to the valley, they're usually doing it for the lifestyle. And Langley owns the lifestyle category right now. So what's the verdict? Who should buy and where? Let's wrap this up and see who wins. You should buy in Surrey if you need the SkyTrain today, your budget is strict and you need to keep that mortgage payment lower, you prefer an urban vibe with more action. You should buy in Langley if you are looking for a family-oriented community feel, you want a new home and don't mind paying a bit more for it, you are okay with driving or working locally in the valley. Look, both cities are great, but they are great for different people. The worst thing you can do is buy in Surrey just because it's cheaper and then hate your commute every single day. If you're still torn, I can help. I have a list of my top 3 neighborhoods in both cities specifically for families. If you want to know where the locals are actually buying, send me a message, book a call with the link down below, and let's get in touch. I'm Amman Rawji. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified with my weekly content. I'll see you in the next video.